How would you feel about a digital slot car system that lets you change lanes at any point during a race? It existed years ago with the DMX slot car system. Controls like an RC, but races like a slot car. Was there even a point? Watch to find out. The first thing to address is their guide flag system. It uses a large pin and a slightly smaller pin to turn the car between lanes. A missed opportunity is not including a guide insert for classic slot car track systems. The cars use infrared controllers to communicate with cars and don't take power from the track itself. Speaking of controllers, that's the system's weakness. Unlike other RC systems, these cars are specifically tied to a controller. In other words, no slider switch. If you want more than 2 slot cars racing, you need to buy a C or D type car along with its respective controller. Having a slider to adjust the frequency would have really helped. A big pro to classic slot car systems is being able to buy 2 starter sets to expand the track and have 4 cars. Here that doesn't seem to be possible. In terms of performance, I think they're fairly quick. They can deslot like regular slot cars by taking turns too quickly. You may think that they would want to avoid having cars in the middle, but you tend to lose speed by being on the side. Those little pins on the side will slow the car down if it's hugging the flat section of the track. You always seem to have enough room to overtake no matter the lead car's position. The car's controls respond well, and despite them being infrared, I didn't notice any dead space. This feels much more like RC racing than slot cars to me. You might be asking what's the point, but consider that the slots allow the cars to turn much more sharply than a typical RC. Mario Kart Live's issue is how wide of a turn these cars take. In my opinion, the system allows you to have a larger racing course in a smaller area compared to typical RC racing. I think the system failed in 2 places. First off, when you open the body, you are immediately met with a sea of electronics. It makes the car hard to work on. Billy cleaned the debris off this tire and lubricated it, but because it doesn't pop out from the chassis, it still isn't spinning well. I'd hate to have a motor burn out and try to replace it. The other issue is the car bodies themselves. They look okay, but officially licensed cars would have been better. Not having them look realistic will instantly turn off most slot car enthusiasts. So what do you think? If the system was updated to use radio controls and have a classic slot car guide insert, would you give these cars a shot?